good afternoon. It's exactly 12 midday, and this is Baina Midday News coming to you live from Benab House, Atomic Junction, Medina. I'm Khadija Tukubra Kayla, and coming up this afternoon, over 500,000 students kick off BEC today across Ghana, and also Mahama pledges lean, highly efficient government to curb expenditure. And on the international front, new UK leader Keir Starmer says Rwanda migration scheme is dead. Remember, the news is also live on Facebook and YouTube at Baina TV. Do stay with us for details of the stories. About 569,095 candidates sit for this year's basic education certificate examinations at 2,103 designated centers across the country. The exams will end on Monday, July 15, 2024. In a statement by Cassandra Chum Ampofo on Sunday, July 7th, the management of the Ghana Education Service congratulated the candidates for their hard work and perseverance. GES also expressed gratitude to teachers, heads of basic schools, directors of education, parents, guardians, and all stakeholders for their crucial roles in preparing the candidates for the examination. The statement also advised candidates, invigilators, supervisors, school authorities, teachers, and parents to avoid any form of examination malpractice, adding that GES, WAEC, and the Security Service will jointly work to ensure the smooth conduct of the examinations at all centers across the country. It also informed parents, candidates, and the general public that the school selections process will commence after the BEC, with details to be communicated in due course. Away from education, the Attorney General Godfred Yeboah Dame has affirmed that constitutionality of the proposal to increase the number of justices on the Supreme Court from the standard 15, echoing that it would enhance the efficiency of justice delivery. His statement follows President Akufo-Addo's request for the AG's opinion on Chief Justice Gertrude Torkornoo's plea for additional Supreme Court justice.
To the President, Chief Justice Torkornoo underscored the urgent need to expand the Supreme Court bench, citing the court's workload and output as pivotal factors in serving the nation's justice needs effectively. She detailed the operational challenges of the Supreme Court of Ghana, which currently sits 3 days a week on alternating weeks to manage its caseload. The Chief Justice's appeal has sparked criticisms from various quarters, including the National Democratic Congress, the NDC. On Thursday, July 4, the NDC accused President Akufo-Addo and Chief Justice of colluding to protect current government officials from accountability. The opposition party alleged that Judicial Council initially opposed moves to alleviate 5 judges to the Supreme Court, only to be overridden through a covert maneuver by the Chief Justice and President. In response, Attorney General Dame, in his advisory to the President regarding the Chief Justice's request, emphasized that the determination of the Supreme Court justices should align with the imperatives of justice administration and the operational needs of the court. The Attorney General also emphasized that the effective execution of the Supreme Court's functions as mandated by the Constitution may require concurrently constituted panels of the Supreme Court to convene.
Meanwhile, NDC flag bearer John Mahama has pledged to revive the constitutional review process to set a cap on the number of Supreme Court justices if he is elected president again. The 1992 Constitution currently specifies a minimum of 9 justices on the Supreme Court bench and the Chief Justice, but it does not set an upper limit.
Addressing the media in Accra on Sunday night, July 7, former President Mahama stated his intention to let Ghanaians decide on the matter. He said the next NDC government will resurrect the constitutional review process and the Ghanaian people will decide whether the 15 judges should be retained or reduced. Questioning Chief Justice Gertrude Tekonu's recommendation, John Mahama expressed disagreement, saying the constitution is clear about who appoints judges with the advice of the Judicial Council. He said such initiatives to appoint judges must only come from the president. Mahama's comments highlight his commitment to constitutional reform and the importance of adhering to established procedures for judicial appointments.
Still on the cup of the NDC, the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, John Dramani Mahama, has reiterated his commitment to drastically reduce the size of government if he becomes president. In one of Mahama's conversation with the media in Accra on Sunday, Mahama criticized the Akufo-Addo government for having bloated appointees of ministers and deputy ministers. This, the former president says, has led to economic mismanagement.
Mr. Mahama says he will run a lean, highly effective and efficient government of not more than 60 ministers and deputy ministers. He stressed that his promise demonstrates his genuine commitment to curbing government expenditure.
This government has sufficiently proven to Ghanaians that with over 120 ministers and deputy ministers, all they could offer was to run our economy aground. I will run a lean, highly effective and efficient government of no more than 60 ministers and deputy ministers. And this is solid proof of my genuine commitment to curbing government expenditure. This leaner government will be the cleanest government Ghana has ever experienced. It will serve Ghanaians far better and set higher standards for future governments. What we have now can obviously never and should never be a yardstick for governance.
Mr. Mahama also stated his goals to launch a renewed fight against corruption.
My goal is to launch a renewed fight against corruption. I'll keep my appointees in check, and Ghanaians can be assured that drastic steps will be taken to punish the corrupt officials and their accomplices in this present administration. No actor in this NPP corruption enterprise will be spared. We'll also take action to repossess what has been unlawfully stolen from the Ghanaian people.
The NDC leader's commitment to a leaner government and stricter anti-corruption measures aims to restore trust in public office and ensure better governance for all Ghanaians. He said his next government will set up an independent value for money office to scrutinize all government procurements above a $5 million threshold or shall be recommended by Parliament.
Now in other stories, the High Council of Adenta Zongo Chiefs together has on Saturday, July 7, 2024, inaugurated Chief Ni Alakoko Asafo, the fourth as Zongo Chief of Peace. Baina TV was present to capture the momentous occasion.
The historic event, which was graced by Zongo chiefs within the Adantan Traditional Council as well as well-meaning people of Adenta, was not short of excitement and sense of pride. Chiefs present were Chief of Moshi for Japan Motors, Alhaji Muhammad, Chief of Kado, Chief Ibrahim, Chief of Kotokoli at Japan Motors, Chief Wuro Abdul Razak Nakorai, among others. The inauguration was a testament to the importance of traditional leaders in promoting peace, unity in the community, a demonstration of the Council's commitment to upholding the values of the ancestors. In his acceptance speech, Chief Ni Alakoko Asafwache of La Traditional Council pledged to work tirelessly towards promoting peace and unity among the various communities.
In traditional country, Ingbeji Asafwache ni Asafwache la kokoni jejwe. La Asafwache me feri ho emiji amonupa. wo nkachida banye ake bini nwoni akele UAP nyungwa jonye ke atale nye wobine mehu makwe ni hewale ni yo ye traditional council ye nke naka hewale ba support nye kodi nye fenye na hewale wulu kodi nye ye ketanye seno UAP nyungwa jonye.
Alhaji Adamu Salifu Haruna, president of the High Council of Adenta Municipal Zongo and Tribal Chiefs, had this to say after the inauguration.
Mun gode masarakai duka to domin yau da muka hada kai sarakai muka zo muka yi baki guda mun gan development da muke samu yau lokacin da muke nan sarakai ba mun hadin kai ko wala zaune kansa mun gan kan da muke tafiya ko wala ta kansa amma yau mu zo together mu zo mu yi mu mara mu juna ko mi duka shi muke fadi wannan duniya baya a ba mutum ko mi duka ko wala da kadan mu zo mu hada mu yi mu tafiya da development na Adenta na Ghana duka.
NPP aspirant for the Adentan constituency, Akusia Menu, who was also present at the coronation, used the opportunity to apologize to the Adentan Council of Zongo Chiefs and promised to work in hands with them to make sure there is more development in the community.
Feedback is important, and I've heard some feedback, and I want to apologize for any harm it caused. It was never my intention. It was my last stop for the day, and I believe that I had overestimated my purse for that day. So I'm here today to apologize that if it offended anybody or caused any harm, I apologize. I also apologize on behalf of my team. It's never our intention to cause any confusion or harm or disrespect of any form. And I also appreciate the chiefs that have reached out to me, highlighting the concern that was raised. I appreciate it very much. This morning is one of two things: to apologize for that, to reinforce my commitment to the community. There are so many things I've done, including the health screenings organized in the community, the support to some of the schools, the support to the Central Mosque in terms of building materials to complete the building, and amongst other things that is on my desk right now that I'm working on. I want to assure you that my commitment is unwavering, that we have to work together hand in hand, and as I ask that you take me as your little sister who is stepping into some big shoes. Hopefully in December, I know that victory will speak for us.
Speaking to Bayana TV, the Adentan Municipal Chief Imam Sheikh Mohammed Mutawakil Abubakar called for peace in the community before, during and after the 2024 elections.
Mun gode ma Ubangiji Allah yau sarakanmu abinda suka soma ga president ga chairman da sauran sarakuna abinda aka doka wannan in tafiya muna rokan Ubangiji Allah ya taimaka. Muna gani kamani ana ce there is light at the end of the tunnel. In ka duba karshen sa akwai alkhairi, babban alkhairi sosai. Ga munan an nada sarki shi zai zama sarki na peace a cikin wannan constituency mu, wannan abin ga municipality mu. So muna rokan Ubangiji Allah da abin da muka yin gada Ubangiji Allah ya bari mu malumma mu kuma muna da interest sosai yanda za a kasance in sarakai in ba sun kin su yayi guda mu duka mun samu mu yi guda mu duka kuma mun bi kai haka nan kuma malumma kuma mu da su kuma muna da workshop orientations yanda za mu yi hutuba yanda za a yi hadin kai ce mu duka mu samu peace da muke look cikin Adenta wannan muka samu wannan kwanciyar hankali development ya zo development cikin Adenta a cikin Ghana baki daya.
Now, in some international stories, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer says he will scrap his predecessor's controversial policy to deport asylum seekers to Rwanda as he vows to deliver on voters' mandate for change. During his first news conference since the Labour Party swept Conservatives from power after 14 years, Starmer said the Rwandan scheme never acted as a deterrent and was dead and buried before it started.
Starmer told reporters in a wood-paneled room at 10 Downing Street that he was restless for change but would not commit to how soon Britons will feel improvements in their standards of living or public services. Starmer, in his first remarks as Prime Minister on Friday, singled out several of the big items such as fixing the revered but hobbled National Health Service and securing the UK's borders, a reference to a larger global problem of absorbing an influx of migrants fleeing war, poverty, as well as drought, heat waves, and floods attributed to climate change. Conservatives struggle to stem the flow of migrants arriving across the English Channel, failing to live up to ex-Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's pledge to stop the boats. The controversial Rwanda plan was billed as a solution that would deter migrants from risking their lives on a journey that would end up with them being deported to East Africa. So far, it has cost the government hundreds of millions of dollars and never taken flight.
Now in sports, Ghana forward Ernest Nuamah has officially joined Olympique Lyonnais as on a permanent deal following a great loan spell last season. Nuamah, who initially joined Lyon on loan from Belgium side RWD Molenbeek, has now committed to a 4-year contract with the French club.
The transfer fee remains undisclosed, but it's known that RWD Molenbeek secured his services from FC Nordsjælland for a significant 25 million euros. According to Transfer Market, this considerable investment reflects the high expectations surrounding the talented forward. During his loan spell at Lyon, Nuamah made a notable impact, featuring in 29 League One matches. He found the back of the net 3 times and provided 2 assists. These contributions evidently impressed Lyon's management, leading them to secure his talent permanently. Nuamah's performances have shown his potential, but with the permanent move now in place, expectations are even higher. Fans and club officials alike will be looking to him to increase his goal tally and play a pivotal role in Lyon's attacking lineup. His speed, technical skills, and ability to read the game will be crucial assets as Lyon aims for success in the upcoming seasons. This move marks a significant step in Nuamah's career, and with the faith Lyon has placed in him, he is poised to become an integral part of the team's future. The coming season will be crucial as he strives to fulfill his potential and deliver for one of France's top clubs.
And this is how we wrap up on our midday news. For more stories, log on to our website, bainamultimedia.com. I'm Khadija Tukubra Kailani. Have a good afternoon.